So Bitcoin right now is in a critical spot because we are testing the parabolic trend line. People are asking, Kev, is it over? Did we break down? No, we have not. This is an exponential trend. A parabolic trend is simply a trend with exponential higher lows. Exponential. A trend line is a straight line. A parabolic trend is a curved trend, exponential. We are still in a position to put in an exponential higher low, though we have dipped quite significantly this week, putting the weekly MACD into a cross down position, but the weekly has not closed yet. Hasn't closed yet, so if we bounce here, we would make an exponential higher low, which is a parabolic trend. And if we bounce here, we could avoid a MACD cross down on the weekly. So we're right at a very critical point. This week is very important. We need to see some confidence. We need to see some support come in because yes, we could break down, but as of right now, we're right sort of where we need to be, but any lower, it gets a little bit shaky. If we start closing weeklies below that trend line, well, it looks less parabolic to me. But right now, we're still okay if we bounce soon. This week is important, guys. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kevin Svenson, and today we're going to be discussing the price of Bitcoin. It is Wednesday, May 1st, the beginning of a new month, and Bitcoin started off this month with some blood. Today, Bitcoin pulled back into the mid 50,000 range, about 56,500 roughly, and a lot of people were spooked by this move. Now, Bitcoin is still in a position to put in an exponential higher low. What I was explaining in the beginning of this video, the video that I posted on Twitter, is what you guys just saw. This is not a breakdown of the parabola just yet. If we put in a low here, that is an exponential higher low, right? A trend line, a linear trend is just a straight line. A parabolic trend is a curved line. So we are still in the realm of a parabolic trend. And a lot of people are just shocked by that because they don't realize that this is actually very common for Bitcoin, especially in past cycles. It's nothing out of the ordinary to see Bitcoin pull back 20% or even 40% inside of a massive bull trend. The last cycle that we saw here in 2021 spoiled all of us. We got spoiled because that trend going from 10K to 65,000, there was almost no pullback. We almost just went straight up to 65. And that is because of this, the global liquidity. The global liquidity is an indicator that is available on TradingView that I posted. It's called Global Liquidity Index Candles. In 2021, we had major money printing taking place and prices went straight to the moon. Everything went straight up in a straight line. But if you look at past cycles when we didn't have this doubling of the money supply within a year or two, when that wasn't happening in past cycles, take a look. Bitcoin was seeing 40% drops along the way up, 40% down on its way from 200 all the way to 20,000. I think we saw like 40% drops along the way. So none of this, what we're seeing right now for Bitcoin, this is not out of the ordinary whatsoever. Look at the Bitcoin monthly line chart. The line chart accounts for candle closes. And Bitcoin is sitting right on the 2021 line chart top. In 2021, the line chart for the monthly chart peaked right where we are now. And so if we were to bounce right here, I mean, that's a beautiful chart. That's fantastic. That's an amazing chart. But the thing is, it's not Bitcoin that's giving people the problem, it's altcoins. Altcoins are giving people issues right now. Bitcoin is in an exponential trend, in a position to put in an exponential higher low, in a position to continue the parabolic trend. The altcoins will have to follow later once Bitcoin actually clears the all-time high. But the Bitcoin monthly line chart is fantastic. So people's perspective is very skewed. 2021 bull market spoiled all of us. This is not what markets are usually like. That was a result of infinite money printing, basically. So just remember that this is all normal for Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is still in a position to put in an exponential higher low. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with what's going on here. We're actually right where we need to be. If you look at this chart and then you look at this chart, you'll see we're kind of right where we need to be. We just can't go much lower. Bitcoin can't break down further and start closing weeklies lower than this, because then it becomes much less exponential if you do that. So Bitcoin is positioned well right now. We just have to put in this exponential higher low pretty much where we are. Sort of the last call here, and we need to see confidence come in, we need to see support come in, and it would be nice to avoid a weekly MACD cross down. If we bounce up, close higher, we can avoid this. It will no longer be red. It might just be neutral at the 0 point, and that would actually indicate major momentum if we close at the 0 point. In 2017, we just held that neutral zone, right? We had slight dips. We actually had a red MACD here at one point, but it didn't stop us. A slight red MACD didn't stop us. We ended up breaking the all-time high. That was actually the all-time high rejection right here. Slight red MACD on the weekly, but we basically held that zone, the neutral zone, and we continue up. Hold the neutral zone, continue up. Hold the neutral zone, continue up. That is where you spot major momentum. We just want to see Bitcoin hold that neutral zone and bounce, and that would indicate major momentum. And many of the indicators are resetting. Let's go to the daily chart here for Bitcoin. You can see we're at a low point now. Just where we bounced last time after the ETF was approved, we had a pullback. We bounced pretty much right where we are now on the RSI. So we've had a nice reset on the daily RSI. And the weekly RSI is actually sitting at a support zone. So the weekly RSI is actually hitting a point where if we bounce here, we would be trending on the weekly RSI, hitting an exponential higher low on the price. So things are still going well for Bitcoin, to believe it or not. The altcoins are the only thing that people are upset about, but the total 3, and it's funny because the total 3 is actually still sitting on a trend line. The total 3 is the market cap of all the altcoins, and it's actually still positioned in the same way as 2020. Because all the top coins like Solana, Avalanche, Dogecoin, Chainlink, they're all up from the October low. So they're all elevated. The total 3 is still in an uptrend. Bitcoin's still in the parabolic trend. All it is crazy volatility. And that's what crypto is known for. So guys, just hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, because this trend is not over just yet. If we bounce here, we're gonna be good to go. So subscribe to keep updated with my analysis, and I'll see you all in the next video.